Hey everybody, my name is Robert Thewison,
And I'm Jacob Smoot.
and we're here to do some of the group work. So we had I guess the only question today was question 5, which states, in what two ways did the results of Knowlton's snapping shrimp study support vicariance? So anyway, that's a great question. I'll talk about the first one that me and Jacob discussed, and then he'll talk about the second one. So the first idea that we talked about was the idea of an isthmus, right? And so I guess maybe we should describe what a I guess vicariance is just like physical separation. So anyway, in this case, it's we have physical barriers and boundaries like the Isthmus of Panama that was created about 3 million years ago, which closed the gap from a shortcut via that canal, I guess, that we know it today for the migration and immigration of shrimp and species that way. So I guess I have a just a picture of what it might look like. I've, anyway, so I'll just try and pull that up really fast, and then anyway, Jacob can go ahead.
Yeah, so good job. I totally agreed. So, like he said, vicariance is a um, when there's like a physical barrier that's put in between a species that forces it basically to not, that doesn't allow them to like come together anymore to reproduce. And so that can cause a divergence in the species. And that's what happened in these snapping shrimps. First off, there was that land bridge that was formed, but the land bridge obviously didn't just like all of a sudden get there, um, like bam, and it was there. The It was something that happened over time, and so as that bridge was forming over the years, another example of this vicariance was that the water levels to either recede or get deeper, and so as that happened, it created more and more barriers. Because the shrimp that were in the deep waters were staying in the deep waters, but some that were getting farther up in the more shallow waters and up into the coastal areas. So he's going to show this picture. Um, Robert has this cool picture about it.
Sorry, one second.
You're good.
All right, there you go.
Yeah. So in the picture, I don't know if you can see it anymore, but in that picture, it was just showing how, like, with the different water levels that were happening because of this movement of land, it caused another vicariance event to happen over the millions of years. And so you could see multiple different species forming due to their um, isolation from and divergence from their other species. And so they're pretty similar, but they just have some differences because they've been isolated from each other. So, yeah.
Very nice. I guess the only thing, one thing I'd add too, I'm pretty sure this is it, but one of the ways that they tested it, and the reason that they came up with the second one that Jacob helped me figure out was that they tested the reproductive ability with the different shrimps, and so the shrimps that were able to still mate with each other, the variance wasn't large enough to make it so that there was two new species. So, like for example, if you remember with the beak of the finch, some of the finches after time evolved, they actually wouldn't mate with each other, and they wouldn't even respond to the mating calls of say a large ground beak finch rather than different from a small beak finch. So yeah. So,
Yeah, that was good. Good job.
thanks, guys. Is there anything else, Jacob?
I'm gonna, we'll stop it.